Three birds sitting on the fence. Two of them decide to fly away. How many birds are left on the fence?
One.
That would be the obvious answer. One.
Three.
But just because you decide to do something doesn't necessarily mean that you do it. Intentions, decisions, and potential don't count for anything without the presence of action. How many times has somebody decided that they were going to do something for you and it never got accomplished? How many times did you decide that you were going to take a different step or a different action in your life and you never got to it? There's ways to get into ownership if that's what you want to do, but you got to run it. It's not going to come to you. Intentions. If you have a chance at the end of a goal to say, I had good intentions, it's a terrible situation. A good intention actually means that you didn't fulfill what it was that you were actually after. Intentions, good or bad, cause indelible damage. Because like I said, a good intention is an afterthought on a great goal. And a bad intention, well, that's negative anyway. Potential. There's a lot of people out here that got potential. I can see it. You should feel as though someone telling you that you have potential is an insult. Because all that means is they see something in you may never achieve. Make that situation like hot coals under your feet, moving you in the direction of attaining. We have a lot of people in here also that get bored. How many people, raise your hands if you get bored? It's a lot of hands raised, but it's a serious situation. It's a curse for you to be able to walk around and say that you've been bored. All that means is that you don't like spending time with the most important person in your life, yourself. You have to go outside of yourself in order to gain enjoyment. You have to call somebody and say, hey, what you doing? I'm bored. The person that you need to be trying to spend time with is you. Find out what it is that's inside of you. There may be an artist inside of you. There may be a lawyer inside of you. There may be a CPA inside of you. There's one inside of him. But you'll never know until you take that opportunity to delve into yourself and find out who it is that you are. I'm sure we all have dreams. I'm sure we do. But people in here, some of you, know more about what's going on in the soap opera in their lives and on Flavor of Love in their lives than you know about your own. I hear it every day when people say, I don't really know what I want. I don't really know what I like. You have to take that time. And right now, this very moment, you have index cards on your table. We're going to write out some goals. I want to know what it is that you hope to achieve today. 6 things. What it is that you hope to achieve in the next month. And what it is you hope to achieve in the next year. Mary Kay Ash, a great woman, was a billionaire before she passed, created Mary Kay Cosmetics. Every day wrote down 6 things in the order of importance of how they had to be achieved and did it every day. All those are written plans for the future. You have to write it. You have to know what it is that you're after. If you don't have a target, you'll never hit it. Write down your goals. I'm going to give you a few minutes to get them down on paper. You don't have to tell anybody what they are, and it doesn't matter if it's to go to Disney World before you pass. Put it down. You have to get to where you're going, and the only way that you can do that is have a starting point. Since we're talking about values and land values, could anybody tell me what the most valuable land on earth is? Some people say it's the diamond. crusades to the gold mines, and now with the price of gasoline, they're saying that it's the oil fields. I don't believe any of it. I think that the greatest land on this planet is the graveyard. And I believe that because there's so many people giving the graveyard a great gift. So many actors, athletes, politicians, doctors, lawyers, writers, speakers that died without ever becoming who they were supposed to be. You want to make sure that you die empty. Stretch yourself. Don't get comfortable. You have to constantly make adjustments. Put yourself in a place where you can grow. You have to have a vision. And that starts with setting goals. Putting yourself in a position to propel yourself forward. Create heroes in your life now. You have to. Because if not, you'll go through life just thinking visionaries. We have visionaries here? Anybody in here visionary? Well, if not, you need to thank the visionaries that came before you. Because the reason that you're sitting on those chairs is because somebody had the idea to create. The reason that we're actually here, the reason that most of you have employment, is because somebody had a vision and put it together, and now they provide for you. You have to become a visionary, period. If not, you need to dedicate the rest of your life to thanking everybody that was a visionary before you. What I'm doing is not by accident. Successful people are not successful by accident. It's something that they do in their lives on a daily basis that can probably be reproduced by somebody who just watches them. You have to have a mindset for success. They say that the mind has to be made up. You got to make up your mind. You have to make up your mind literally. You have to take some of the thoughts that you've had in the past and actually exchange them with different thoughts. Some people, it's sad to say, have a poverty-stricken mindset. Daily, all they do is complain. Gas is too high. Groceries too high. Kids cost too much. And nothing in their life seems to be going the way they wanted to go. But if they took a tenth of that time and invested it in bettering themselves and put themselves in a better position, they'd be that much closer to their destiny. They'd be that much closer to having what it is that they want. I mean, people all the time who tell me that money, I don't like money. I don't like money. I don't need a lot of money. That might be for you, but that's not for me. Anything costs. Anything. From medication. Can you get well without some money? You can't get fed without having money. You can't be clothed without having money. And some people say to me, okay, well, money is cool, but I just need enough for me and my family. Is that what a lot of you believe? Is that a good mindset? I just want to be able to take care of me and my family. Is that good? It's okay? No. I call those people selfish. Those are selfish people. Because all they want is enough for them and theirs. When you might have a child that your son brings home and says, hey, they ain't got nowhere to stay. You may have a situation to where you need to bless somebody else's life. And you're going to have more than enough to do it. You have to change your mindset and be an abundant thinker. Poverty, sickness, lack, those are the poisons that kind of control our environment right now. Everybody's scared. I mean, times are tough. The economy this is probably the worst economy some of us will ever see. And trust me, there was a worse economy. Believe that. And guess what? In that economy, it created more millionaires than they had ever seen before. Anytime there's a situation where somebody's losing, somebody's winning. Money is exchanging hands. Stocks don't fall and just the price of the stock fell. Nah, somebody made money. Period. That's why they call a short sale a short sale. Even in stock, you can sell short on a stock. People don't know that. They think the only way that you can make money in the market is to play it going up. It's not true. You can also see a problem in the company and make money on the downside. We have to get focused. We've got to educate ourselves. In school, you're not taught to be fiscally fit or financially responsible. No, you go to school, get good grades, so you can go to college, get good grades, so you can get a job. And a lot of people tell me that that's where they're comfortable at, in a job. I would be so uncomfortable, I wouldn't understand it. How can you place your financial future in the hands of somebody that you'll probably never ever meet? You have to decide to take control of what goes on in your own life. You have to decide to take responsibility for the short, take the necessary steps in order to change it. You have to build, grow, and develop yourself. That's what it's about. And for those of you who are not risk takers, there's a lot of people that just say, I don't understand risk. But you get up every day and go and clock in at a company who could be out of business in a month. What is it that you're doing to improve your life? What is it that you're doing to make sure that you and the people who rely on you are put in a better position in the future? Streams of income. Some people go to work, they have a job that gives them a check, and that's their stream of income. And what they usually do is they go to work, get a check, buy groceries, buy gas, so they can go back to work to get a check, and the cycle continually repeats itself. And it's like a mouse on the treadmill. You just go nowhere fast. You have to learn to educate yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you. I want to tell you that now. Nobody's going to say, hey, you should do this. Let me show you how I did it. You can do it too. They're not going to do it. At least not with a price. They're going to make you pay for whatever it is that they give you. And usually the price is much more than you could ever make from the situation.